Hi, this is Arthur, and this is a summary of the story of Layla's Hangout event released in Genshin Impact version 3.6. Layla's Hangout event has 2 main branching paths and 6 endings. As the traveler is walking through the academia, she runs into Layla. Layla is having trouble writing a research thesis and talks about a rumored wisdom sealy that helps people in the academia library. The story branches off here. If you choose to help Layla find the wisdom sealy, the traveler and Layla go around the academia asking about it. They learn that if you write down a question and place it in a specific book, the wisdom sealy might answer it. Layla follows the procedure and asks for help on her thesis. The wisdom sealy answers and offers a trail of hints to help. The story branches here again. The traveler and Layla follow the trail through places of significance from Layla's past. Layla talks about these past experiences, and a common thread is a mysterious benefactor who anonymously helped her along the way. Layla also tells of a talisman made by her mother which she lost a long time ago. At this point, you reach a choice that leads to 2 endings. If you choose to continue following the trail, you eventually reach Vemara village and meet a family that Layla seems to have an extensive relationship with. Layla has no memory of ever spending time with this family. The father of the family then gives Layla a package she supposedly left behind the last time she visited. Inside is her mother's talisman and a concise conclusion for her thesis provided by the wisdom sealy. Layla does not remember doing any of these things, but decides to eat with the family at their father's invitation. If you choose to give up on finding the wisdom sealy, they then get attacked by some monsters. They then defeat the monsters and take a break together. Going back further, if you chose not to follow the trail of hints, the traveler and Layla will investigate the wisdom sealy independently. After asking around, Layla concludes the wisdom sealy must be another Ratawaist researcher. Layla figures they can catch the wisdom sealy if they keep an eye on astrological observation sites around Sumeru. They head to an elemental monument and wait for the wisdom sealy. As they wait, Layla is overcome by stress and the other Layla appears. Turns out Layla has an alternate personality who is actually the wisdom sealy. This other Layla has been helping Layla without her knowledge, as well as other researchers from time to time. The other Layla keeps her existence a secret because she wants Layla to be independent and not rely on her. The traveler promises the other Layla she won't tell Layla about her, and Layla wakes up. Layla then asks the traveler all sorts of questions about the wisdom sealy, but the traveler says nothing. Going back again, if you choose not to rely on the wisdom sealy, the traveler and Layla will go to Puspa Cafe and take a break. After a brief conflict with a fellow researcher, Layla and the traveler get working on her thesis. They meet with Catherine from the Adventurers Guild, who sends them to Azam, an astrology enthusiast, to borrow his equipment. The story branches here. In one of the story paths, Layla successfully convinces Azam to lend them the equipment. The traveler then rehearses Layla's thesis defense with Layla. There are 2 possible endings that can be reached at this point. If Layla successfully defends her thesis, she will be happy with her performance and appreciate the efforts of her mysterious benefactor. If Layla is unsuccessful during the thesis rehearsal, the other Layla will take over and write notes that will help Layla later. Going back again, if you choose not to work on the thesis, Layla and the traveler will go to try and relax instead. They head off into the forest and play around, eventually enjoying the view together from the top of a mountain. And that is the end of this quest in this video. If you like what you've seen here, please like, comment, and subscribe.